Good morning. This is Alana. It's the eve, well, it's the general almost area of my birthday. When I upload this tomorrow, Saturday, June 21st, will be my birthday. But it's such a beautiful summer out already. And I want to go visit my mom, which I'm gonna go do. But first we had to stop off at my favorite spot in, at least that I know of, Angeles National Forest, close to where I live. I'm at just a little tiny river, just a little tiny stream, paying my respects. And my goodness, is it so nice today. So let's go on a little adventure, just you and me. Oh, do you care about the fit? I got my primary colors because my bikini is yellow, so I want a little bit of red with my little friend, my little snake. This is a snake. This is my snake. I also just recently learned that this is like a vintage piece, and then there's all sorts of different colors, which is very exciting. There is a fashion lady that I follow. I'm also obviously right next to the road, because that's where the pretty things are, right next to the road. There's a really cool fashion lady that I will link down below if you're interested. I think she's really cool. And she has like a cyan blue, one of these guys. But then I got my blue head wrap piece. It's from Lush from like a decade ago, if they even carry this color anymore. But I got my little dress. It's so peaceful here. I really do love it here. I love that dichotomy of the forest and the ocean, so I had to stop off in the forest first, and then we'll go to the ocean. You never see me at the club? Well, I never see you at the crick. Like, we're not the same. I don't think I've even been to a club, but I've certainly come and hang by this place a lot. Is this a vlog? Have I made a vlog? Is it 2012? Well, look at me go, trying new things. So I'm on the cusp of 32. I don't know what that means. What I do know is that I am very proud to have made it here. 29-year-old Alana would be so extremely proud that I had made it here. I also, for the first time in my life, my very long life, I do not feel depressed, which may not mean anything to anyone else, but ever since I, was adopted at 2, I have felt very, very, very sad. And I do not feel that depth of pain anymore. I can here and there, obviously, that's the human experience, but it feels good to be alive. It feels peaceful to be alive. Not to say that there isn't chaos and there isn't extreme things happening everywhere all the time. But it's very nice. It's a nice experience to be alive right now. And I don't know, I am just very proud to be where I am, for sure. So what does it mean? I don't know. The other thing is, it's your guys' birthday too. This channel is a year old at this point, which is really fun, and it feels nice to have a long-standing outlet for my art, because I've always created art. I hope it's a little obvious by showing the sketchbooks that go back over 20 years for me making art. But said, I really enjoy what I do by posting on Fridays. I really enjoy my Jane Eyre series where I'm just reading the book at this point on Tuesdays. But I'm also tired. I'm tired. I know that you may just think that I'm a beautiful artist that you can just put, you know, a quarter into and art pops out every week. But that's not, first of all, how it works. Second of all, it's not quantifiable how to make art. And third of all, again, I'm tired. I think I need a little bit of a break. I'm just gonna sit on this rock and wait for a sailor. That's gonna be the plan. So I'm tired. I'm tired. So I need a little bit of a rest. Not to say that making art every day is not an absolute joy, which it is. It absolutely is. But there's also a point not too long ago where I was working 3 W-2 jobs at once. Two of those jobs was the equivalent of like 9 jobs put together, so I really burnt myself out with that. Then I talked about the fact that I am happily divorced, but you know, that was a very abusive relationship in every sense of the word, so I needed to do like a lot of healing for that. And then what I haven't talked about, which I also, you know, it doesn't really matter now, but when I came home, you know, to my hometown, I should say, post-divorce, I then had someone who had been my best friend of 15 years and another person that had been a dear friend of almost a decade. Both of those individuals have decided to just take advantage of me for their own uses, and that also very deeply hurt me. And so I needed to do some healing for all of that. And yes, the ocean does help, but time helps the most out of all of that. So given all of that and doing my damnedest to be creative for, you know, about a year, oh, that felt so nice. I need a break. I need a little bit of a break between. Not for a very long time, but I think I'm gonna give myself a little summer vacation. So, because I got some other things in like the real world to go and deal with, and I will feel much better if I don't have to worry about, you know, creating some form of content to go up into the internet ethers. You know, the day after I have to go and deal with court stuff. So I'm not going for very long, but I am just having a little bit of a break too, a little bit of a summer vacation. So I will see you all at like middle of July, you know. Go have some fun. If you are anywhere near water, go enjoy the water. Go have a float if you're by a river. Go do some lake activities if you're by a lake. If you're completely landlocked, I'm so sorry. I've been there, I'm so sorry. But do your damnedest to go and connect. Go and connect with the water. Because it sure is hot. It sure is hot enough to deal with life without a little bit of water. So I'm gonna sit here on my rock and enjoy the waves. Have a beautiful rest of the day. A really nice weekend. And a good little summer vacation. Here comes another wave. I will talk to you all later. Bye.